YTPC, I'm back. Hopefully you watched part 1 of this. That's compaction. And it was full. So, back to just layering it in. I'm hoping I can figure out eventually how to fast forward through packing. Because I don't know how much you guys are going to actually enjoy fully watching every minute of this process, because it's pretty much all the same. But I'll try to keep it interesting, I guess, talking you through it. Maybe after both these parts are up, which first part is uploading now, so maybe after it's all up and whatnot, give me some feedback, let me know, other than figure out how to use the damn fast forward feature on your editor, what I could do different, maybe cut in and out, shorten it up. I can splice movies together, so figured that part out. Trying to think, other than just sit here and ramble on about randomness, which I'm fairly good at, actually. Thanks for the few new subs. That number's climbing quick. I never would have guessed that there had been so many people interested in this. I'm gonna keep going. Wow, I'm legitimately don't know what to ramble on about. I need more suggestions. If you're just joining in, just catching this second part, try to figure out how to throw a link to part 1 down in the bucket, basement, depending on who you are, what you call it. I think I'm gonna go with bucket, but these segments should get shorter and shorter until it's full, just for the fact that it's going to take probably more than a couple of pre-squeezes to get this all packed in. Leads are still good and pliable. But, so this, I guess I rambled past it. Those just joining in, didn't catch part 1, build a 1-pound plug of what I call Pirate Cake, or Pirate Plug, which got the idea from Pirate Cake by C&D. If you haven't tried it, get yourself some if you like Latakia blends, because there's a lot of it in it. Same with this one, 75%, 15% burley, 10% Orientals, Anybody else just joining in, get all my leaf from leafonly.com. I've told enough people that should be able to have commercials for them or royalties or something. Great company, always gotten good product, never had a problem. Even with it going all the way from, I think they're in somewhere in Carolinas, all the way up here North Pole, Alaska. If anybody has anything for me, just let me know. One guy, I'm terrible with remembering names. Interested in what he called special jar, recommended different apps that the YouTube community uses to communicate with each other. I will be getting on one of those just so communicate with people if they do want a custom plug or a custom twist made. I suppose once I get that done, I'll have to, I don't know what the etiquette is on that. Do you just make a video and share it? Or just let the person know that's talking about it what it is? I don't know. I need to do more of that. Oh, and if you are going to do this, make sure when you press it, it's over a surface that's easy to clean. It's not going to stain. So I do it out in the garage for the pressing process, because you're going to have some serious goo coming out that will stain whatever it comes in contact with. I don't know if it's just a combination of the oils. It doesn't matter if it's not a Latakia blend. It's still black and it still is goopy, sticky. Pretty amazing stuff. I'm trying to figure out a use for it. If anybody's got an idea for that, let me know. Oh, I just pulled that twist I made the other day. Forgot to do a video on it. Sorry guys, but essentially all it was the stoving end process, which throw it in vacuum seal bag, vacuum seal it up. Give it a few hours in that, just kind of help it hold shape. Then turn around. I use one of the ceramic coated Dutch ovens filled with water, lid. Throw the lid on it, throw it in the oven at 200 degrees, and let her cook for 6, 8, 10 hours, however long you feel. Helps meld all the flavors. Some folks call an insta-age on it. I just call it helping the flavors marry. By the time you're done, that vacuum bag is gonna look like a balloon. And as long as you have a good quality vacuum bag, it'll be totally fine. I figured out with lower quality ones, they will explode and completely ruin what's in them. So, with that being said, Food Saver or better grade. I had one guy let me know on eBay, I don't remember the exact name, is Swiss something, I have a link for it in my phone. for vacuum seal bags that are cheap, pre-sealed, ready to go. All you gotta do is throw them in your vacuum sealer and go. And he says they're extremely good quality. So next time I gotta order some, I'm gonna try those out. See how they do. But once you're done with that stoving process, looks like a balloon. Let it cool on the counter enough to where you can handle it. Don't let it go completely cold, but pull it out of that bag. And then since I blend wet, heard me guys say that before, I pat it down with a paper towel, squeeze it, do some more hand compression on it. It'll be a lot softer at that point. Maybe throw a little bit more twist on it for compaction factor. And throw it in a brand new one, vacuum her tight and let her cool. She'll pull crazy hard vacuum at that point because you're throwing a 150, 200 degree twist into a vacuum bag and vacuuming it at that temperature. So as she cools, it's just going to draw up tight. When I ship those out, make sure to let whoever I'm shipping it to give it anywhere between 2 weeks, month and a half. Longer you go, the better it's going to be to hold shape, make better coins. It's not going to be loose. It's going to be more like Samuel Gawith Black Double X consistency, closer than the brown bogey, or just the brown number 4, I suppose, where it's kind of got that loose outer wrapper. Make sure you have a good sharp knife on standby to cut her open and make coin, or got the right size cigar cutter. That works wonderfully for making coins. Almost coming to the end of what I can fit in this without giving her another hour or more in the vise. I'm going to reserve some of my Orientals for other layers. Been good with my burley. Nice thing is with Latakia, you can grab a big old handful and just kind of stuff her in there. Just make sure you're getting it all the way out to the edges. And try to feel with your hand where it's tighter, where it's not, and do some fill in. Always seems like I started out so careful on the first portion of them, and I realize it's a plug. It's all going to get squished together. I do like to try to make the layers even, so it's not like half layer you got burley or something and the other half is all Latakia. Big inconsistency there. I want to be able to, where you cut a flake off, you've got the same consistency all the way through it. Be able to smoke the same every time. Hoping in the near future, probably when I get back from work this summer, buy an actual press, be able to put a lot more pressure on these, and I won't have to let them sit as long. I usually give them 3 weeks, if not longer, to sit before I crack it open, throw it in a vacuum bag. Just, they seem to hold shape far better and let it be part of the fermentation process. They just come out so nice after that amount of time sitting in the press. Oh, got a mason jar in the sun. Hoping to get some more questions, be able to do some VRs for some folks, give me some more content that way at least. Before I got a Xnay, don't have enough internet to do a video out there, and won't have my tobacco anyways. Just have my snooze and dip. It's too windy there to smoke a pipe. Nowhere to get in the cover for it. Evidently I left the TV on in the background, so I don't know if the phone's gonna pick that up or not. Hopefully it doesn't bother you guys too much. Not expecting you guys to sit here and watch every second of it, listen to all my ramblings. Cool if you do. Totally okay with it. Not gonna hurt my feelings one bit. Make me a little bit more excited actually. But fast forward, that's your call. I'm sure there's a way to check to see if people are fast forwarding versus actually watching it. I don't know how to check that. At least not yet. Actually, we're pretty darn close to doing another squish, so leave you there. I'll try to get a video, a little better video this time, actually putting the initial squeeze on it and then throwing the bigger socket in it, and hopefully the phone won't decide it doesn't want to record. Okay, load it up in the vise. Getting that initial compression down. Switching out sockets. Really wish I had a better vise. This one actually broke doing a plug. Lost the pin that keeps the outer jaw straight. Gotta be kind of quick on this just for the fact that she will expand out. My jaw's don't open quite far enough. Can't be all the way out to put the bigger socket in. Do a short little advert or video showing you some of the black stuff coming out. Turn this up just a little bit. There's that. Now it'll sit in here for a while. Okay. So that is the black stuff that I'm talking about. That will stain absolutely everything. Running down the vise, hitting the corner, making a big old puddle on the floor. Previous stains on my jeans from it. Need to figure out a way to harvest it and something to do with it. Okay guys, I forgot to hit the record button, sitting here talking to myself, working on packing the rest of the Latakia in here to do another squeeze. So, my apologies, you missed some, but probably for the best. Random ramblings, some guy just putting tobacco into a piece of aluminum, probably be alright. Keep the video a little shorter too. For you guys that are sticking it out, watching the whole thing, you guys really appreciate it. Really do. Well, at least I'm hoping to get the rest of the Latakia in this one, and then I can do a squeeze and get the rest of the organelles and the burley on top. Create a nice layer on top. Really need to invest in a hydraulic press for these bigger plugs. I do a 100-grammer or 200-gram plug, cakewalk, and those littler ones. But just not the case with these 1-pounders. Still looking at that much Latakia needing to get put in. There's my Burley and Orientals. Probably gonna have to grab some more cellophane, but oh well. So I want to finish doing this. Once I get it out of the vise again, I'll show you putting the last layer of Burley and everything on there, or the rest of the Latakia for that matter. I don't think I'm going to get it all in there without throwing it in the vise again for a while. Just doesn't seem like it's going to happen. So just remember, you go to do something like this, make sure you have the time and you inspect your leaf, because I just found, not sure if that's actual leaf or if that's a rubber leaf, to be honest with you. Definitely smoke cured. I'm gonna leave that out. Quality control. The only reason I put cellophane on the top and parchment paper on the bottom is just so I have something to peel off easier instead of it trying to stick to the actual plate itself. In case I didn't cover that already, I might have. Kind of lost at this point. Been at this for a while. Through the magic of editing, next time you see me, this will be compressed again. I'll show you the inside of it, and I'll remember to hit record. Okay, back out of the vise. And that is what we're looking at. Should be able to accomplish getting the rest of the goodies in the press at this point. Do nice thick layer of Latakia, spray it down, get wet, do a hand push. Should be able to get the rest of the Orientals. And Burley on top, make a nice pretty cap for it. That piece was dry. That stuff's used a little bit. Realize you guys couldn't see. There we go. I know these videos are getting too long. It's taking forever for me to upload. Internet up here sucks. I'm just doing it from my phone, so it takes even longer on top of it, I'm sure, as you guys know. Not saying this has to be there. I explained that earlier. It's just to help keep the leaf from sticking to aluminum top and bottom a little bit better. Like that. So, once I get all this done, go in the vise for a couple days. Helps set the shape. I'll be able to add torque to the vise every few hours if I wanted, a couple times a day, till it won't do it no more, and then at that point, throw a C-clamp on it. Then I go and store it for 3 weeks. It's just the time frame I found that worked the best for me. Make more of a dense plug, less likely to come apart at layers. This one might actually live in there longer if I have time to do so. I'd like to get a video posted of it coming out so you guys can see what the final product ended up looking like. Especially those that actually stick through my long videos of me rambling on and folding and stuffing tobacco into a chunk of aluminum. So close, just a few more. This puppy will be whipped. Always seems like it's going towards the middle and hanging out in the middle of my presses. I don't know if it's the way I end up putting it in there, but the middle's always deep. Seems taller. Granted, it's gonna get squished out, moved around. Last bits. And we have 2 empty trays now for the most part. A little bit of orientals to go on top. It's kind of fun to have a couple stems just right on top. Really wanting to find some aluminum or stainless letters, inverted letters, so I can put them on here and press something into the top. I just think that'd be neat. Go for a piece of parchment paper. At this point, set it on top. One last ritz. Essentially cut itself. I think I took my scissors in the house. Throw our one last squish in the vise. This is gonna be the real squeeze. When I turn around and grab my high lift handle for it, get just a little bit more leverage on it. Until the vise starts to wiggle, or the table. This will hang out here. This will hang out here for a couple days, like I said. I'll come out and tweak on it every couple days. Look, we got that black stuff coming out already. But out of a 4-inch body, got a granted piece of 1/2-inch plate on each side. This point, looking at pretty darn thick. I should be able to get another 1/2 inch of compaction out of it. Over here. And that's all the way down in. 1 pound plug in the process. Thanks for watching, everybody, and keep her smoky.